Hey gang, Mocha Boy here. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So we're moving on to the next attack in War 53. Excuse me. This was against their number 12. This was Chris, who's a pretty well developed TH9. He's a max TH9 defensive wise, and he had to take on a Town Hall. He had to take on a Town Hall 10 with a single target Inferno. This is their number 12 position. I think they're 12th out of 12 Town Hall 10s against our 8. This was one of we've been experimenting around with Lavalunian, and this was one of the first times that I've seen it work as well as it did. He went heavy on the balloons, lighter on the minions. He brought 3 lava hounds, and we'll take a look at those in a little bit. But the way this attack went down was, first thing to do was to pull out at least one of these air defenses. So he'll be dropping some balloon troops and then raging them right at both of these archer towers and then that air defense. Now what's going to happen as he's doing that is that he's also going to take out the archer queen. So he gets a twofer there because our archer queens have so few hit points. If you can just get them into the range of a few of those bombs, especially if they're under rage, and she'll go down fast. At that point, it becomes just a standard Balloonian raid, and that's getting the lava hounds into these air defenses, followed by a string of balloons. Now, figuring out how to path your balloons is always kind of tricky, because the one key thing that you want to remember if you want to do a Balloonian raid is, in order to steer your balloons, they're defense-led troops. So the first thing you have to do is you have to find the lines, and the lines here presented themselves pretty well. And then the next thing that you have to figure out is timing. And by timing, I mean, do you start here or do you start here? If you start here and then they start to, by the time these defenses are processed, they'll start to move to the outside if these defenses aren't down yet. You see how that works? So the idea is, let me just close that out. The idea here is that you want to make sure that you pinch the ingress points so that whatever ends up coming into this pocket has no other option but to go straight into the core of the base. That's how you work out the timing. You say these have to go down before these go down, so that when these go down, they have nowhere left to go except for into the core. So that's the key consideration there. And then after that, I mean, it really is just a matter of staying on top of the heels and then managing your rages, as your balloons are processing through the base. But let's go ahead and take a look at that replay, and I'll walk you through. And a couple of the really cool things that he did here, I'm sorry, he actually did bring 4 lava hounds. So he used 1 lava hound to take out that archer tower, to take out those archer towers, as well as that air defense with these balloons. I mean, this was a pretty heavy investment in troops, but he was able to get the archer queen, that air defense, and then at least a couple defenses down. So that's not a terrible trade, but it is a pretty heavy trade. Plus, you have the lava pups out that are available to take down whatever troops are left. So that one little luring team accomplished quite a bit as they were pulling the clan castle troops out. And at this point, it's just a simple matter of pulling everything up into the corner, dropping a few minions to take them out, and then the raid can start. But you'll see in just a second, after the wizards go down, he's only got about 4 minions left, but he still has 3 lava hounds, and then 14 balloons along with his heroes. 2 rages left along with 1 heal. Now the rages are important because balloons are slow. You need to get them on top of the splash defenses as well as the air defenses as quickly as possible. The Inferno Tower is not that big of a concern, because again, it can only target one troop at a time. Oops, let me just slow this down so we can see this. But notice the timing and the arrival of these troops. As this team came in and processed that air defense, this team came in and processed that air defense. This team over here has nowhere left to go except for straight into that Inferno. If he had deployed them reverse ways, I don't know that it would have worked out that way, or they could have pathed around the Inferno rather than over it. But at that point, the balloons, they got a recharge, so it was 2 rages and a heal, and then they got that nice recharge. The lava pups are really, really good at clearing areas of bombs, of air bombs. So there's really very few threats to them, other than any of these other aerial defenses, archer towers, and the like. But he's got plenty of troops for cleanup. and he's able to go through and process the space for 3 stars. This was, I believe, on the first attack, so hell of an attacker there. Chris is one of our veterans and showing his true colors. Thanks and good going.